So this is our 1946 Willys CJ2A Jeep that my father and I restored. We got it from a private seller in 2006, and originally this was supposed to be my first vehicle, you know, like after I got my license, but I was 12 at the time, and it just took us a lot longer to finally finish. So now it's just our weekend vehicle, take it to shows, show it to friends, stuff like that. And this is the book that we actually take to shows. 1946 Willys CJ2A Jeep, the first civilian Jeep, you know, after World War II. Olive drab, of course. Originally, I believe the vehicle was either blue, green, tan, or something. It had a lot of different colors on it. This was what it originally looked like. It had huge mud tires on it. I believe the guy was from Pennsylvania, so he probably took it up mountains and mud and stuff like that. Real beat up when we first got it. And it took us about 2 or 3 years to actually start the restoration. You can see a lot of rust in the tub and everything. Let's see, back here, so I can already show you, basically the tub, we had a chuck. Fenders are still here. These are the same fenders. Tires and rims we got rid of. The hood we got rid of. We had to, let's see if I can find the this plate right here on the windshield. We had to cut out because I don't know if you can see that, but it was so rusted through. There was actually a bunch of little holes and we couldn't patch that up, so we just cut it out. And you can actually buy these little plate, this whole thing right here, and put in there. Of course, new glass because that's all broken. New lights, grill's still here. Same fog light, or I think it's the parking lights actually. So same gear shift knobs, we just painted them. New pedals, and the new tub. We had to get a new tub for it. Got it from another private seller, and it was all primed and everything. So all we had to do was paint it. Didn't come with the bar though. Same dials, and I don't think we had to replace any of those. But I think the other big thing on here that we had to redo was the transmission. And the guy before us actually had the engine rebuilt. So that was the before, and you already saw it earlier, but I'll show you the engine. The engine now, painted the radiator, all new electrical, everything electrical had to be replaced. So a lot of wiring. I didn't have to do that, my dad did that, because, you know, father-son project, but I was 12 at the time, so I didn't know a whole lot about vehicles, but it was a really fun experience to do with my dad. First thing you'll probably notice is the oil filter is not original. The guy before us set this up, and also the air filter. But we will replace the oil filter and the air filter to the original. Was it the oil filtration system? I don't know the correct terminology. Sorry. And the original oil filter. So after we get, we have to do the oil filter first, then the air filter, because the air filter would sit right here because it comes across here. And then, so this will have to go, the oil filter will have to go first, then the air filter. We took out the generator, went from the 6 volt to the 12 volt. So now it's got an alternator. Anything else? Oh, and we have this on here as a little added thing to make sure more air gets through the radiator, because when we first got it running, after we had to get the transmission rebuilt and everything, I was driving it down the highway. It's doing 55, and the radiator started pouring out steam, and I was not paying attention to the thermometer. So steam started pouring out, and then we figured we got it back to the house and found out that a squirrel or something had built a nest in there, and there was a bunch of pecans and nuts in there, and the squirrel wasn't in there, just the pecans and the nuts and parts of his nest and stuff. So I guess a previous owner had left open the radiator cap. That's the only explanation that I have. So took it to a guy. He opened it up, flushed it out. Now it's fine, but we just kept this here just for added stuff. And eventually we'll replace the horn just to make it look more original, because we do take this to shows. So there's a lot of stuff that we have to make it look more original. So got new headlights. Of course, we got the antique plates. Non-directional tires, military tires, because we try to make it look more military, because we're really into military history and anything to do with history. The top on here, it's really thick steel. Pretty sure it's steel. This came from another private seller, and we actually got it for the winter because we tried to take it hunting one time in the middle of Virginia winter, and it got really cold. So we got a top, and there are doors. You can see the holes where the doors go on. Doors are hiding somewhere in the garage, and the windows can roll down, and those doors each weigh like probably 40 or 50 pounds each. So this thing adds a lot of weight to the top. Probably makes it a little tipsy, top heavy. And we do have, I'll go around, we do have a heater inside. I don't know if you can see that. There's our heater. The hot water from the radiator runs through the heater, and fan blows the hot air in, so keeps us warm in the winter. So when you got the doors on, it's all buttoned up, it's pretty toasty in here. There's a light. I can turn on the light real quick and show you how we set that up. And this is only for the winter. We do have our other windshield, because basically this whole thing pops off, and we have a windshield for it. But back to the light. So you pull out the headlight switch, and you turn it to the left. So as I turn it, it gets brighter and brighter, and I thought that was pretty cool. Gauges are all the same. Emergency brake handle. Ooh, someone left on the signal. Everything else should be, so all the same dials. We got a new starter key light for the, so you can see the lights on. Yeah, so you can see your dials at night. Same shifter knobs, just painted. New gaskets, you know, seal it up. Fire extinguisher, just in case. Bag for line stuff, and then we also keep our book in there. These are when we have the windshield off. These clip in right here to, you know, just so you don't fall out. You know, these are regular belts that we kind of makeshifted into seat belt. So these are bolted down. We don't have to have seat belts on it, but we do just in case. New gas tank, new seat frames. This thing didn't have seats before anyway, so had to get seats for it. Maybe later on we'll get back seats for it. So tub we had to replace. Let the camera adjust. Chains are the original. Just had to sand them down and paint them. And got the covers for the chains. New lights. And Sam exhaust. Cat. Got the spare tire mount. Didn't have a spare tire mount before. Basically the chassis and the engine, fenders, pretty much that was what's original, and then we had to replace everything else. So started, so 2 or 3 years after we bought it in 2012, so around 2014, 2015 we started working on it after we got all the parts and all the tools to work on it. We started working on it, and we finished working on it. My dad put the date right there. Oliver, that's me, Evil Ross. Restored February 23rd, 2012. So we stored it my senior year of high school, and 2012 was actually when I also had steam rolling out of the radiator. But after that, totally drivable. And oh, also another cool thing, I don't think it's on that plaque. Oh, the plaques are original too. So you have your reverse, first, neutral, second, third. So reverse, first, second, third, and then your full drive, out, in, low. Right now it's in high. So neutral would be here, high would be up here. Sorry, kind of all over the place. But serial number CJ2A 1945, so it was built in 1945, but it's the 46 model. And I don't know if you can see that, but it says 19458, so number 8 off the production line, I'm assuming. Built in Toledo, Ohio, USA, Willys Over the Land Motors, Inc. So number 8 off the line, I'm assuming. Pretty cool. Oh, and our vacuum windshield wipers. This one, I don't think that this one doesn't have the wiper blade, but the other one has the wiper blade. So we still have to get another wiper blade. Oh, and this controls our heat, obviously, heat, for the heater in the winter. The emergency brake handle here isn't connected to the brake cable yet. That's probably our next project, is to hook up the brake cable and get all the parts for the emergency brake drum to the just behind the transmission. So that's the next big project. that we have. Oh, and this is the cigarette lighter, so we can attach like a GPS or something in case we go on a long trip. So do have that option. And then down here, this is where the PTO would go, and we have this little thing here to seal it up so that you don't have a draft during the winter. What else? Yeah, it's a fun vehicle. We do have a trailer. The military, what is the ton and a half? Half ton? I think it's the ton and a half trailer that the military also had. So we have that down there, and it's fully restored. Probably just have to redo the brake cable. Brake cable's on there, but looks like it's about to go any minute now. So do have that too, and of course our reserve tank just in case. Well, that's bolted onto the frame and to this back part of the cab. Kept it red just because didn't want to paint it, and looks cool. Kind of just stands out. You know, add a little bit more color to the thing. But I'll start it up. Stop talking and start it up and let you hear it. Make sure it's out of gear. Oh, no, almost. Come on. I don't know when the last time this thing ran. Probably like a week or something. Alright. So about 45 down the road, it's pretty comfortable. Anything over 45 gets a little scary because it doesn't have power steering, so there's a little bit of give in the steering. So try not to go too fast, try not to wreck, because we do not have a roll bar, but I mean when we don't have this on, it gets pretty scary. And we didn't want to put a roll bar on it just because I'm trying to keep it looking original. And I'll show you the windshield really quick. That's where we hang up our windshield. So it also has the vacuum windshield wiper on it. That's fully restored. We have this clip right here, so when we put the windshield down, there's also a silver clip on the top part of the grill, so that when we lower the windshield, it can clip onto here and not bounce up and down and stuff. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just shoot me a comment or whatever. So thanks for watching.